Okay, so hello and welcome to the Sports Express Show with myself, Ian and News, and of course I have with me my mate.
Sunday Lemelani, how's it guys?
Yeah guys, so basically we give you reviews, previews, fixtures, results, top stories that are happening in and around your world of sports. But in this segment we're going to be zooming in specifically on the ICC Cricket World Cup that's currently taking place in England and Wales. Of course, there's been a lot of action taking place, a lot of talking points, a bit of disappointment as well with the weather conditions in England. Of course, 3 of the last 4 matches being abandoned. Of course, we don't like to see that. But we're going to be zooming in on the action, of course, that took place in the last 4 match days, of course, Mr. Melane.
Look, the only disappointment that I'm experiencing is the Proteas.
Yeah, of course.
I don't care about any other team. Like, they're... Yeah,
you can't talk like that. We need to enjoy the World Cup as a whole, regardless of
screw the World Cup, bro. Like, no, I'm sorry. Like, screw the World Cup. I don't watch the World Cup to enjoy every other team. I watch the World Cup to see us as the Proteas win something.
Well, clearly it doesn't look like we're going to go far in this World Cup, so you're going to stop watching.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, I have stopped watching. That's how bad it is. I have stopped watching.
All
I don't know what's playing today. I don't know what the fixtures are because the Proteas are that bad. Can you imagine? We are so bad that we celebrate when we win the toss. When you win the toss, how can you...
when we get a chance to basically choose if we bat or bowl first, and then when we actually make that decision, it doesn't even seem right at the end of the day.
Nothing seems right.
Yeah, so let's look at the actual performance of the Proteas in the last 3 matches that have taken place. Obviously, the recent one was abandoned and we got a point. So for that, what, in your opinion, do you think went wrong or is wrong with the Proteas? Obviously, there's a lot of things that we can see that are wrong with the team at the moment, but what would you pinpoint as the major thing for you?
To me, it seems like they're a patched up team.
Yeah.
Like,
meaning?
We have been suffering from a lot of injuries, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Leading up to the World Cup.
Leading up to the World Cup. We don't have Dale Steyn, we don't have Ungi D, we don't have him. These are our main guys in terms of the bowling.
Lungi played the first match, but obviously with his hamstring problem.
Yes, sustained an injury. For such a young man, he's quite injury prone. But it just seems like the team is not a team, to be honest with you, and it's not from this World Cup.
Yeah.
I've been noticing this ever since. In fact, to be honest with you, this goes way back for me personally.
Yeah.
From the moment that Otis Gibson got appointed as coach. First of all, I didn't see what was the need for him to be appointed as coach.
Okay.
And from then on, I haven't seen any improvement. In fact, I've seen a regression in performance.
In terms of performances. Yeah.
Yes, in terms of performance, and there doesn't seem to be when Domingos, the previous coach, you could feel the team culture. There was a team there where everything was a unit.
There was a certain camaraderie as well.
Exactly.
Because I was looking at the matches as well. Besides going into the performance itself, all the technicalities of the match, I was looking at the body language of the guys, and just the actual body language. You just didn't have that thing where you felt like these are the Proteas, they're representing South Africa. Exactly. They just didn't have that thing. Yeah.
It's like when you see it, it's like, okay, we're at the World Cup, let's get this over and done with kind of thing. And this is totally different from the previous teams that we've had at the World Cup. Yes, I get we choke. Guys, World Cup, we're chokers.
We don't do it at the start though.
We don't do it at the start, and that's the thing. So which puts into question the team ethics from the head coach, which is Otis Gibson. Yeah. I don't know why this guy was appointed. And what makes it worse for me was that he was bowling coach of the England team. How do you go from main coach, which was Domingos at that time, to let's appoint a bowling coach to be the head coach of the national team?
Yeah. No,
not disrespect to any other team, but if maybe West Indies or all those other teams said such a thing, okay, cool. But I don't understand how at that time we were like a top 3 team. I don't understand how we could make that decision. Yeah. And here's my thing. When you look at us right now, the body language tells everything. Yeah. We are disjointed. We look like a patched up team. Our batting side of things, they're not firing. I mean, the first match, De Kock was the only light that we had, and he scored a 68, and he'll always be the light that we have, but the other guys are not supporting him. The bowling unit, lackluster. I don't know whether they
So
tied.
actually, for the bowling units going into this tournament, we actually had a very good bowling unit. In terms of people were looking forward to the Proteas actually having a good bowling unit. In terms of we were one of the best going into the tournament, of course, in the warm-up matches. But when we started, it just didn't work. It's not firing.
Well, let me put it to you this way: you can win all the warm-ups you want, but when it comes to the real deal, and you
no, but I'm saying that our bowling attack. Yeah,
I get you, and it's always been that way, and touch wood, it will always be that way. That we'll always have one of the best bowling units. But the truth is, they haven't delivered, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's fatigue because just before the World Cup there was the IPL.
Yeah.
So there's that to consider. There's injuries as well that will always impact hugely on the team. But like I say, we look disjointed, and so here's what I propose. These guys should just, okay, they'll play their games and they'll lose, okay? Once they come back, everybody needs to get fired. Everybody. The administrators of cricket, the selectors of the Cricket South Africa, the coach needs to be the first one to be gone. Every single person. No, I'm serious. Every single person needs to go because
you're talking. Are you also including the players in this?
No.
So you're talking about the technical team?
I'm talking about all the administrative guys. Okay. The coach needs to be the first one to go.
All right.
Because there's no way, guys, we can have such a big regression.
Cool. Let's look at the players now. In terms of the actual performances of the players and the people.
Can I just say another thing? JP Drummond, what a boy. And I don't mean this in a good way.
Yeah.
JP Drummond has been struggling for form for, I want to say,
for the longest time.
He's been struggling, and yet after his injury, he just gets shipped back into the team.
Apparently it was for the experience that he has, but overlooking some guys who were performing a lot better than him leading to the World Cup.
That's my point though, and he has this knack of giving away his wicket. With JP, you don't have to fight to get his wicket. He just gives it away. He says, "Here, my boy. Here, bone wrapped up here. Here it is. Have my wicket." So why would you go and get him? Are you telling? Oh, guys, come on, guys. You know, I'm upset. I'm upset.
I'm definitely going to continue watching the World Cup, Mr. Mellon. I watch on your behalf.
Yeah, please.
So looking at the log standings right now, we have obviously New Zealand, Australia, India. New Zealand and Australia have won 3 of their last 4 matches.
Who cares, bro?
We care, obviously.
I don't. Where are the Proteas? Where are they?
We're number 9
out
of 10. Out of 10 teams, we surprisingly we still have a mathematical chance of making it, provided we win all our matches remaining. But obviously, that's not looking very good.
No.
So do you see us at least winning a few of the matches remaining to finish on a better note?
I don't. I don't see us beating Afghanistan. I don't. And I hope we get thrashed by Afghanistan. Actually,
Afghanistan is number 10 on the log. They've lost all their matches.
Yeah, it's fine. As long as it will be one of those.
So it's a relegation battle basically.
And we've lost already. We lost before we even came to the World Cup. At least Afghanistan, they're proud of making the World Cup. And yes, they're losing because they don't have the technical ability yet.
Yeah.
But it's the fire is there.
Mm-hmm.
We have no. I don't know what happened to the Protea fire. They extinguished it as soon as Otis Gibson came in. And yes, I'm blaming him. Yes, I'm blaming him and the selectors and the whole administration team. Everybody should get fired. Even that dude Musaji, the team. What is he? The team. Whatever. That main out. He should fire. Everybody should go. Bro.
So no predictions from you in terms of the rest of the World Cup. You don't want to hear it.
Nothing. No, I don't care. Bro.
So we're wrapping it up.
We're wrapping it up. Like I don't care.
That's a wrap of our cricket segments, guys. Obviously look out for more segments coming up. Don't forget to press the subscribe button. And man, look forward to the next shows. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Peace out.